Hello everyone, it's Kari from sunshineinmypocket.com. Today I have a fun Alice card to share with you featuring some new products from Miss Ink Stamps. I'm going to be starting with this brand new stencil that I think is absolutely gorgeous. This is the Filigree Card Suits stencil. And look at this, it has some really awesome designs in it. I am going to stick it down on my grip mat here and ink on the heart and the diamond with some red ink. This is just some distress ink that I'm using here in Worn Lipstick. And then I'm going to take some Hickory Smoke distress ink and ink on the other two suits. I wanted these to be a lighter gray because I knew I was going to stamp a sentiment over the top. So I'm trying to keep them just nice and light. And then we'll peel this off and take a look at how beautiful this design is. I think this stencil is gorgeous. You don't have to use all four of them at the same time. You can certainly make a design with them or use one or a couple of them. Now I'm going to go ahead and tape off the bottom of this card and ink on some green Evergreen Bough ink. This is going to show me where the grass is going to go, and that will help me to determine how to set up my scene. I have some images here from the new Alice Croquet stamp set from Miss Ink Stamps, and I'm going to be using this sentiment right here that's just so funny to me. I don't know why, but it does make me laugh every time. It says, "The chief difficulty Alice found at first was managing her flamingo." So I'm going to stamp that down with some VersaFine Onyx black ink. That will get it nice and dark. And then I'll go ahead and use some clear embossing powder to emboss that sentiment. Now some of my ink from the ink blending wasn't dry, so I just used a dry paintbrush to wipe away any excess embossing powder. And that's going to make it even darker and raised a little bit. Now I'll take some Copic markers in green and create some grass at the bottom just using a slight flicking motion with my Copic marker. I'm starting with kind of a medium color of green, and now I'm going to go in with an even darker green and add just a few more, just kind of shorter than the first one there. And that will add some variation in color. And then I'm going to take an even lighter color and go over all of those, just blending them out a little and also extending it just a touch. I ended up using that all along the bottom as well to make it more of a matching green. And that was pretty easy to do. And now I'm going to go around the edges with some Kitsch Flamingo Distress Ink. I also went over the red heart and the red diamond a little with the Kitsch Flamingo, just to make it more of a pinky red. I wanted it all to kind of blend together with the flamingos. So now I'll go ahead and place my images. I am going to pop them all up with foam tape. I'm using a double thick foam tape on Alice to make her stand out the most and be the most dimensional. But on the flamingo and the little hedgehog, I will just use one layer of foam tape. They'll still be popped up, but not as high as Alice with her flamingo. Now this is such a fun little scene. I love the stamp set from the new recently released Alice release collection. This one is from the Croquet stamp set, as I mentioned. There's lots of different images in there, and I can't wait to make another scene card with this stamp set. But for now, let's put this all together. I'm just going to try to figure out where the best spot for this flamingo would be. And I think that's really good right there. And now I'm going to use this set from Miss Ink. Also, they are little embellishment pieces in all of the different suits. So there's a heart, a clover, or a club that you might call it, a diamond, and a spade. And I'm going to use one of each on this card and just glue them down with some liquid adhesive. So I'll just place those there. It's pretty easy to do using a gem picker. I got a little too much glue here on the heart and it did squeeze out the side. So I'm just going to use my little tool here to get rid of some of that extra glue. I mean, it happens, right? Just going to take me just a minute here to go around that and get rid of that glue, and it will dry clear, so it will be perfect. You won't be able to notice. Now I'm just going to take this whole panel and glue it to the card base. I'm using 110-pound cardstock for my card base today. It's nice and thick and it will hold up nicely, especially with those embellishments on, because those embellishments do have a little bit of width to them, or height, I guess I should say. So this will hold up nice and sturdy. And look at this card. Isn't it so cute? There are so many fun supplies and stamps and all new dies for the entire Alice collection, including the first Alice collection that came out. And I just love it. So look at this. There is our card. I hope you enjoyed this card making process today. I really did enjoy making it. I really love that flamingo on there as well. My sister's favorite animal is a flamingo, so she will especially appreciate this card. And I think it was probably one of my favorites from the new Alice release because it had the croquet set and all of those things. I'll be back real soon with more cards to share. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.